Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. So today's video is my everyday go-to makeup look. I don't wear makeup every day, so this is just a makeup look if I want to wear makeup. So here it is, here is the finished version. I'm going to show you step by step what products I use. Everything will be linked below, so let's get started. Okay, so first thing is first, skincare. Now I want to do a bit of a spend, splurge, budget, spend and a splurge. I think that makes sense. So your budget is if you're on a tight budget, your spend is if you have a little bit more money, and then splurge is if you want something really luxury. So for your budget, for your moisturiser, I would definitely go for the Primark moisturiser. It's £2. It has a beautiful scent of rose. So that's one of my favourite things about it, is actually the scent. It does the job, it really does. And for £2 you can't really go wrong with that. And then if you want to spend a little bit more money, the Bodyshop Vitamin C Glow Boosting Moisturiser for dull, tired and grumpy skin is a brilliant moisturiser. Highly recommend that one. And in the Bodyshop they always do 3 for 2. You'll have to excuse the noise going on, there's a lot of work going on at the house at the moment. The Bodyshop always, I'll speak louder, the Bodyshop always do 3 for 2. So it's not even that much of a spend, to be honest, if you did do the 3 for 2, which I always do when I go into the Bodyshop. And then splurge, I would definitely splurge on Elemis products. Now this was gifted to me from Elemis. I absolutely love it. Not only does it have the most beautiful scent, it goes onto your skin amazingly and just makes your skin feel fabulous. I've always loved the Elemis oils. And then for my night cream, I am using the Elemis Peptide 4 Plumping Pillow Facial, a beautiful night cream. And with it, I always mix tanning drops. So these are actually the Primark tanning drops, which I'm using at the moment. I feel like I need to kind of up my dosage, because when I put them on, I don't feel like I've put loads on. I don't feel like very tan, so I'm definitely going to up my usage of these. But these are from Primark. This is what they look like, and I would highly recommend tanning drops because it just makes your skin look a little bit fresher. And then in the morning I always tone my face, and I'm just using a tea tree oil toner. I tone my face morning and night. I just love the way that toning your face makes your skin feel. So yeah, it makes it feel super fresh. So that is a very quick run through of my skincare regime, and I do need to do a completely updated video on it, which I will do. So we're now going to move on to foundation. My favourite foundation of all time, which I always talk about and always use, is a Bodyshop Fresh Nude Foundation in shade Fiji Sands. And to apply this, so actually before I forget, I'll put on my facial oil. This just gives such a lovely base. And of course my everyday makeup regime changes all the time. When I find new products that I love and prefer, then you go back to old things. So it's obviously not the same every single time, but this is just my current go-to regime basically. And not that I even wear makeup every day either. So yeah, there is that. And then I'm going to go in with my Fresh Nude Body Shop foundation, and to apply this, damp beauty blender, always, like always, the best thing to apply any foundation with. And sometimes I do use a contour stick to like contour my forehead, my cheekbones and my neck, but I've actually run out of it. So that's why I'm not using it today. Usually I do use it, and I love the way it looks on your face when it's finished because everything is all like colour blended. But I've run out of it, so I do need to stock up on one of those. And the one I was using was one from Iconic London. But I've run out of it, so I need to stock up. And I always do my neck as well. So make sure whenever you put your foundation on, you bring it down to your neck to make sure that you don't get a line. And you're not leaving your neck out of the colour. So I'm going to blend all of that in, and you just put it all over your face, blending it in with the damp beauty blender. I love the Fresh Nude foundation because it's totally buildable, so it's not like super heavy. I don't really like super heavy foundation. It's quite light, I think, light to medium, and you don't even need that much. It will probably do my whole face, just those few pumps. I just much prefer the natural look with foundation, because then if you do need more coverage over certain areas, you can just do that with your concealer. So yeah, absolutely love this foundation, and as I said, Body Shop 3 for 2. So although it is a bit more of a spend, if you do 3 for 2, to be honest, it's pretty good value. So I feel like the Fresh Nude Body Shop foundation just feels like your skin, but better. Now I know that is a slogan from another foundation, I can't remember which one, but I really do feel like the Fresh Nude Body Shop foundation does that. So now for concealer. Now I don't always use this product, and if I was just doing like a super quick everyday makeup, then I probably wouldn't use this product, but because I want to show it to you guys, I think it's a fabulous product, I'm going to put it on today. And it is the Becca, I want to get the right name for it, Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So everything will be linked below as always, and then this is just perfect if you do have darker under eyes. I know I do sometimes, especially at the moment with my iron levels not being 100%. So you just put this under your under eye. So I do it like that, and then I mix with it a little bit of my concealer, so whatever concealer I'm using. That's how I personally apply it. So currently I'm using the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination, It Cosmetics. Cannot recommend this concealer enough. This is definitely a splurge concealer, but I just think it is brilliant. Now if you were on more of a budget, I would definitely recommend the Body Shop concealer, because that is another brilliant concealer. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on, and because you have got the under eye corrector on, you don't need much of this at all. So I'm just going to pop some on, and then to blend it in, you guessed it, the damp beauty blender, and it just gives such a lovely like illuminating glow to your under eye, but not being too crazy, you know, like seen from space kind of glow. Just a really nice dewy glow which will eliminate any kind of dark patches you may have going on under there. So there is one side done. I think it makes such a difference, those two products. And then this side, and then I do also bring it up over onto my eyelids as well, just to make sure it's nice and bright up there too. So that is all blended in. Now some people won't need to do this next step, but I unfortunately do, because if I don't do it, my makeup just goes everywhere. So I have to set my under eyes. Now usually I splurge and use a NARS setting powder or the Fenty Beauty setting powder, but I am out of both currently, and I just haven't had time to get some new stuff. I could just order it online, to be honest, which I really should do. I'm going to go in with the Freedom setting powder. Now I use a blender from Primark for this, and I just pop it in, and then I just open my eyes like that to stop any creasing. I don't want to set any creasing, and sometimes you may need to re-blend it white before you do this. So make sure your eyes are open really wide so you don't set any creasing, and then you just dab in with the powder, and it just sets it and keeps it all in place, so it won't go anywhere. Now I love the way it looks without it being set, but only for like an hour or so. Then after that it's just so creased on me. I mean, you might not have that problem, but I do definitely have that problem. So that is my under eye set. Now I always just use any kind of powder for the rest of my face. I'm going to use the Nabla baking and setting powder, and I'm just going to put that in my areas that I shine up the most. I need to get my brushes. So I'm just going to use a little brush to do this, and you can literally just go in so heavy with this stuff because it brushes off. So I'm going to put some on my chin because I always crease up there, along my jawline, these lines here, and you can just kind of buff it in as you go, and that will just stop any shine coming. Now you may need to reapply this throughout the day. To be honest, once I've applied it once, I don't usually need to keep reapplying it, but this is something you may need to reapply throughout the day. So that is all of your powder done. Your face should be nice and set. Now moving on to bronzer. So I have two bronzers. One is a spend and one is a splurge. So this is your spend. This is your baked bronzer from Milani, available at Beauty Bay. The Body Shop also do a great bronzer like this, and I think it's around a similar price. So I'm just going to use this and I always put it on my neck because I think you should always have your neck half a shade darker than your face. I just think it looks, I don't know, it makes you look like you've got a really healthy glow going on. So I always put the bronzer around this area, making sure I'm getting my neck a lovely colour. And for that I just use a big brush like this, and I always do a little bit on my forehead as well. Now I wouldn't usually have to do this if I've contoured my face properly with the contour stick, but I'm out of contour stick, so I'm just using the bronzer, which is fine. So yeah, brilliant bronzer, highly recommend it. I'm sure Primark do one as well if you did want to shop on a budget. I'm then going to show you my splurge bronzer. So this is the Iconic London bronzer, which is brilliant, and it was actually sent to me because I did an ad with them a few days ago. So they sent me a lovely little package, and this is a lovely bronzer. So I'm using this on my cheeks at the moment, and I just love it. I love to use bronzer. I love to use a bronzer to contour. So I'm just going to put a bit on there. I do actually have a 10% off discount code, 15% off actually, not 10%, with Iconic London at the moment through the ad I did on Instagram. So this isn't part of the ad. I'm just using the product because I think it is brilliant. Just gives such a lovely glow as well as a bronze, and that's what I love about bronzers. I always get bronzers that have a glow in them. More work going on outside. I always get bronzers that have a glow in them because it just doesn't leave them looking muddy. If they're like a matte, it can be really hard to blend in, but with a glow it's really easy to blend in. So I'm just using a brush. These are the brushes, PS, hang on, is that one from Primark? Maybe. I thought they were the ones from Beauty Bay, but maybe this one is from Primark because it's got a PS on. But either or, I love the Beauty Bay brushes and I love the Primark brushes. So that's all blended in, and then I'm going to move on to blush. So this is a Milani Baked blush. Again, this is kind of a spend product, not really a splurge because it's not too expensive, and it is available on Beauty Bay. So it just gives a lovely kind of rosy glow to your cheek, and again it has a shimmer in as well. So I'm all about shimmer, all about having loads of glow on your face. I just think it makes you look alive, I guess would be the word. So yeah, that is my cheeks done, apart from my highlighter, which I don't do just yet. So I've moved closer to the camera for my next bit, my eyebrows. My biggest pet peeve on my face is my eyebrows. They are well overdue for a tint. So yeah, I really need to do that. I should probably do it at home because my sister-in-law is so busy at the moment. She usually does it, but she is due a baby in a few weeks, so she probably will not have time to do it. So I'm gonna have to get a home kit and do it. But if you have great eyebrows, you won't need to do this, but this takes longest on my face, I guess, and it's so annoying because I have to do it, otherwise my eyebrows just look ridiculous. As I said, I don't wear makeup every day, so if I'm not wearing makeup I won't do it. But this is the LA Girl eyebrow pencil, the best eyebrow pencil I've ever used and the cheapest, so highly recommend this. And I'm just gonna line my eyebrow with this pencil, so shape it out. My eyebrows could actually have a video of their own, to be honest, so I'm just going to kind of do the basics. So just line with this pencil the shape of them. So as well as the house building bits and bobs going on, we're having our hallway tiled currently. Jensen's on the Xbox with his friend as well, and they're making a lovely noise, and Jordan is shouting down there. So yeah, calm, lovely house as ever. So I've lined the eyebrow, and then I'm going to do a few strokes just at the front, just so it looks like hair strokes. Maybe it won't look like it 100%, but you know what I mean. So there is the front of that eyebrow. I'm going to do the other one off camera, so I'm just going to show you what I do next. Get an angled eyebrow brush. This is the one from Beauty Bay, and I like it because it has a spoolie on the end. And then this is the PS Brow Primark Brown Eyebrow Pomade, which is only £2.50, and it's the perfect shade for me. I think it's brilliant. So that's why I use it. And then I get a bit on the brush, not too much, but you can always go back for more. And then just follow the shape of my brow with it. Obviously when my brows are tinted, this is so much easier. I feel like whenever I tint my brows myself, it just doesn't look as good as when someone else does it. you know, like a professional. And then as you go, you just kind of can spoolie along just to blend it in a little bit. And I go towards the end, but that is how I am currently doing my eyebrows. So you can see my done eyebrow versus my undone eyebrow. My done eyebrow looks a lot better and the sore is back on. That is my eyebrows done. I'm now going to go in with my highlighter. I'm using the Ofra highlighter in shade Rodeo Drive. Oh, thought I'd drop my mirror then. It's such a lovely highlighter. It's honestly one of my favourites I've ever used. Now to apply it, I just use a brush like that. So I get lots and lots on the brush and then just dot it along my cheekbones. I hope you guys can see that going on. And you can see it is honestly such a lovely highlighter. It's also a bit of a spend, so it's not super cheap, although I wouldn't call it a splurge. I'm also going to put it down on my eyelids as well, just to give you such a lovely glowy look. And it does just save you putting on eyeshadow as well, so it's a really simple and easy eye look. And it will make your skin look super glowy and super healthy. So I'm just going to blend that in as I come back down. Now for a budget highlighter, I would totally recommend Primark. Primark or Makeup Revolution or Freedom Makeup, they all do really reasonably priced highlighters. But this one is just one of my favourites, and I also do under my eyebrow. And then a tiny bit down the centre of my nose, just to give my face a really lovely glowy kind of finish. So I'm then going to move on to my lips, and I'm going to use this lip liner, and oh my goodness, I've forgotten the brand. I will link it below because I know where I can find out the name of it and the shade, because I actually can't remember. I'm just going to line my lips. So that is my lip liner done. Looks a bit random, I don't have anything else on my lips. So I've been doing two kind of different lip looks lately, and I'm going to show you them both. So the first one I'm going to show you is with the iconic lip plumping lip gloss, and this is the shade Love Struck. It's kind of like a pale pink shade. So I'm going to apply that on. So I've applied that on, and that just gives your lips a lovely kind of sheen. It's non-sticky. I hate sticky lip glosses. It's just a lovely kind of glossy look. So that is one of the looks I've been loving lately, but I also want to show you my classic look that I get so many questions on, so I thought I can't do a makeup tutorial and not show you my classic lip look. So for my classic lip look, I either use one of two lip glosses, one of two lipsticks, not two lip glosses, either this Body Shop one, which is shade 005, again linked below, but I have none left. So I can't use that today, I need to get some more desperately. Or I use Rimmel number 3, which I've been using for years. And to complement it, I use, where is it? Here it is. And to complement it, I use this concealer, which is just a HD brow concealer. Bit of a spend product. So you can probably get this like cheaper elsewhere. It's just because it's a concealer in a pencil. So I'm going to put it on my lips just to give a base. Now I always mix my lipsticks with a concealer, just because it just gives, for me, the perfect shade. And you can mix and match to any kind of skin tone. So if you did like this look without concealer, great. Or if you did think that it matches your skin tone better with a bit of concealer, fab. I personally like it with concealer. So I'm then going to apply the number 3 lipstick. So that is my lips done, and I absolutely love the way that lip combo looks on your lips. So this is a lip combo that if anyone's had any questions about on my pictures or my videos, this is the lip combo, and I always leave everything linked in the description box. So to complete my makeup look, I use the Extra 3D Lash from Rimmel. I love this mascara actually. I love it because it's got that kind of end. Now I want to show you guys what end I mean. That kind of end. That is the end I always get on mascaras, and the one I would really recommend. So that is my makeup look finished. As mentioned at the start of the video, it's not like a super quick makeup look, but I do think it's easy for me and easy to follow. So it is my everyday makeup look if I wear makeup. I don't always wear it. If I don't have time, I just don't wear it. It really doesn't bother me personally. yeah, maybe as I get older I'd want to wear more makeup, but I just feel like sometimes I have to prioritise. Do I want to get a head start on the housework, or do I want to have makeup on? So it's kind of a toss up every day. But thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. I'd love you to stick around, and I shall see you guys soon.